Hello everyone, I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights for in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on the Fully Living channel. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to watch a video where Raphael is put on timeout. We're going to check exactly why and generally look at the way he's treated. So I would like you to have a look at what he's holding in his hand in this picture. It's a foamy, soft thing that comes with usually with the delivery of some kind of appliances or something like that. So let's just watch together.
Here, timeout. Because we don't chase a cat when I'm filming.
With a stick.
With a stick.
So let's start with what happens here, because later on in the video it goes all over the place and Raphael is blamed for chasing the cat with a stick. That is something that they keep repeating throughout the video. Now, first of all, what was Raphael put in timeout for? I'm going to quote his father: for chasing a cat while I'm filming. So basically, if it weren't while you were filming, would it be okay? I mean, the while I'm filming gives me the feeling that what really annoys Hadar here is that the child is making some noise while His Holiness is speaking on cam. Now, if you go and watch this video, and I urge you to go and watch, you will see that what Hadar is talking about is basically he's having this long monologue about all these haters and negative comments that they get and criticism and so many haters, and Andrea spends hours erasing hundreds of these comments. Now, I would say that if you get hundreds of criticizing comments, there should be a place inside you that says, wait a minute, maybe I should check myself. Maybe if so many people are telling me that something is wrong, there could be a small chance that there is. But not here. Here, if you give criticism, you are a hater automatically. That's the best defense mechanism ever. So let's just summarize by saying that Raphael is blamed for interrupting his father's speech. And of course, his mother adds with a stick to make it sound even worse.
Behind the back, look down, and you're in timeout.
Oh no, and the timeout thing. Hands behind the
I'm
back
not talking about
so he
any-
doesn't touch my walls and get them all greasy.
Not talking about anything specific, but that's...
Why does he look down? Because he's in timeout. He has no stimulation in timeout.
Okay, so after the boy is ordered by his father to put his hands behind his back and to look down, the mother gets really upset because people ask her, why does he have to have his hands behind his back? Well, Andrea answers, because she doesn't want him to get the walls greasy. Now, let me try to understand this, please. When a child is in timeout, the last thing that they do is smear your walls with greasy hands. So I think it's more of a humiliation method. It's like prisoners in the army or somewhere else. To me, the thing with so he doesn't get grease on my walls, it's just ridiculous. That is not the real reason his hands are behind his back. This is an act of humiliation. Eyes to the floor because she doesn't want him to get any stimulation. Okay. He could also be just facing the wall, and that's it. He doesn't have to be humiliated as well.
But it's an everyday thing all day. You have to delete these comments every day, all day. It's hundreds of comments, basically, that most of you guys don't even see them unless they're a reply to a comment. And then you see it and you're like, where is it? Because Andrea already deleted. Talking about Leave it. What are you doing on it? If you're going to be negative.
I want to make myself miserable.
You hear that finger click?
Okay, did you hear that finger click? Hadar asks us if we heard his finger click, and that's because he wants to show the power that he has. When he clicks his finger, the boy turns his face back to the floor. And we're going to see some more finger clicking in this video, and the boy is supposed to respond to them. That's the way he is controlled. After about, I would say, close to 7 minutes of being in timeout, at least what's on film, of course we can't calculate the time that was cut out. Hadar and Andrea have a conversation, he's holding the baby, and now comes the moment where he releases the boy from the timeout punishment.
What's he care? He doesn't even keep cards I give him.
Why were you in timeout?
What did you do?
What did you do?
I was jogging.
What did you do when I sent you to timeout?
I talked.
No. You were chasing Kitty with what in your hand?
Stick.
You chased the kitty with a stick.
Yes, he
It's
did.
unacceptable. I will not have it. You understand me?
So let's start with the clicking the finger again to summon the child. To me, it just looks like just humiliating. It's humiliating to summon your child by clicking your fingers. I'm sorry, that's my opinion, of course. And then he goes into this conversation with the kid. Raphael does not understand why he was sent to timeout, because he doesn't understand, he didn't register what he even did, because he wasn't really chasing a cat with a stick. He was just interrupting his father, but the father did not say that, so he's just left guessing, what did I do so wrong? And he says, because I talked. And what he means by that, I think, is because I interrupted you while you were talking. And that is the real reason. But of course, he is then made to repeat that he was chasing the cat with what? With a stick. That is not a stick. So, a lot of manipulation, in my opinion, going on here.
She will scratch you right away.
Kitty will scratch her eyeballs out. Look at her. She's like, you don't need no eyeballs. I'll scratch them things right out. You want her to scratch her eyeballs out?
No.
Because she will.
You don't mean
She goes for the eyeballs.
No, she doesn't. And to say that to a 3-year-old about his cat, that she will scratch his eyeballs out, is... What's the word? Help me. It's just so wrong. If you have a pet in the house, of course you should always make sure that your child does not hurt it. But Raphael was playing with the cat. He wasn't hurting it. And Kitty will not scratch his eyes out. And the last thing you want in this world is that your child will think that his pet can blind him.
Apologize to Kitty.
I'm sorry, Kitty.
I think she accepts it. Yeah, she accepts it.
When I was a child, I was taught that animals have feelings and that they are very sensitive, and if we take an animal on and we take care of it, then it's part of the family. And so I very much support this idea. But couldn't it just have been done exactly like that? Just to say, oh, what are you doing? No, please don't raise that on the cat. Here, you can apologize to her now. It could have been done, over and done with, within less than a minute. He could have learned the lesson of not to, I don't know, raise an item, let's say, on the cat, which is something that Hadar said before this apology scene. And without the whole timeout, without blaming him of something that he didn't really do, if a child takes a stick and deliberately runs after a cat to hurt it, that's a whole different issue. But that's the picture that was painted here, and I feel that is very manipulative. That is not true. That is not what happened, and that's why the boy did not know why he is in timeout. So Please go watch this. Please go watch this video. It is, I think, very symbolic to what was going on there.